How's it going, guys? Welcome to another show. Let me fix my camera here really fast. It looks like we always are having the great problems here a little bit. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So we have Les here today.
And we'll be enjoying that conversation with you.
All right, Les. So what do we have for how do solar panels actually work?
So solar panels collect the energy from the sun. They collect the photons, as they call them. So there's a lot of different types of panels, but primarily they're made from silicon. So you collect the energy from the sun using silicon, and it generates the power and flows through your home or your business through the power lines that you have. But it does go through an inverter. But besides collecting the energy, it's the sun that we collect.
Awesome, awesome. So where can they find you and your services?
You can find us on the internet, eigsolar.com. You can find us on social media everywhere. But live right now, we're on Facebook. So we go live on Facebook at facebook.com/EIG Solar.
Okay, so leading us into our second question here is is solar energy reliable and powerful enough for my home or business?
Yes, solar has proven itself to be extremely reliable. It's been around since the 50s. And yes, it's proven not just that it's reliable, but that it's powerful. It's powerful in that it helps you produce your own electricity, and that's extremely empowering. And it's the independence that we need, especially right now, which we're reminded of.
Awesome, awesome. And so let's see, it says we got another question for number three here. And these are the top 10 questions, guys, for how to go solar. And so, will my solar panels generate enough electricity during cloudy or rainy days, snowy days? And what about at night?
Yeah, so your solar system is designed in two different ways. One is with net metering, one is off the grid. When you use net metering, yes, you always have enough power because you have the utility company there to be your battery. And so sometimes you overproduce, sometimes you underproduce. When you overproduce, you spin the meter backwards, so to speak. And when that happens, you get a credit and you use that credit later. So the cloudy days and the dust and then all the variables in solar are factored in when we design the system, the software that we use. So just like anything else, it's very measurable and predictable, and we're able to get that information to you. And then the other way you do it is off the grid, and that's based on load design. So you want to design it based on what your load is. You want to have enough energy storage to be able to handle your needs. But that's where the energy storage comes in at night. If you're off the grid, is you have to have energy storage. Or if there's a power outage, you would need energy storage in that case too.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so brings us to question number four here, which is do I have to go off the grid when I switch to solar?
You don't have to go off the grid. In fact, most people are tied to the grid, which is a good thing. And you have the reliability of the utility company there. But if there's a power outage and you don't have energy storage, then you also lose your power production for safety reasons. So you don't have to go off the grid, but you can do it's kind of a hybrid of the two. It's called grid agnostic. You're able to have your power always on, even when the grid goes down. It's all automatic and it's very cool. You can run it from your phone, you can run it on an app, but you're able to do both.
Awesome. And so before we get to question five, I'm going to go ahead and have you share the feed if you haven't already. Anybody out there, please do like and follow the post that we do have going on for Solar energy. So bringing us to number five, and that's a probably common question, is what is net metering? Most people don't know what net metering is.
So net metering was really pioneered in California. It's familiar to some people, but not others. There are some states that don't have it. And net metering is where you have the rights or the system in place through your utility company to use them as essentially the battery. And you're credited on a market rate for your excess energy production. And it's tracked kind of like cell phone minutes. It rolls over from 1 month to the next. And this has been a very reliable and pioneering way for the solar industry to get off of its feet and to really take root into the market. But now we're seeing that there are changes in net metering that are happening. The dollar for dollar credit is not exactly there. It used to be exactly a credit based on the market rate, but now the cost of utility maintenance, it's been built in, so you can't totally avoid costs for the utility. You are going to pay some. So now what we see is with net metering becoming less favorable or not as desirable, and a combination of the grid reliability not being there, we have solar that is reliable and powerful and versatile and able to run when the grid goes down. So you get the benefits of the grid when it's there, but when it's not, you can have a reliability of an all-in-one solar system. It's really great technology that's available today. It's called microgrid technology.
Microgrid technology. So, you guys actually have some specific brand that you guys use for energy storage, right? That's something I've heard before. You guys have.
Yeah, so we really love the Enphase Energy Ensemble technology, which is really the first all-in-one solar system available to the world for homeowners, and in this case, it can be used some for businesses. But we have applications that are able to essentially, with this technology, run a home with or without the grid. It's called the microgrid. But this technology by Enphase is revolutionary in that it allows you to have the choice or the freedom to be able to run your home regardless of what's going on in the world, regardless of if there's a catastrophe or a fire, you are prepared. That's really what it boils down to. But smart solar is what we like to call it. So we believe Enphase is leading the way as what we call the brains to the solar industry. But yes, we love Enphase, and we are the #1 fans in Kern County.
Awesome. So, really quick before we get into the number six question and the rest of the top five here is, where can they find you and where can they get your information if they want to go solar today?
So if you'd like to go solar, we recommend that you visit our website, www.eigsolar.com. You can also always view us here. We are broadcasting live every day around 3 o'clock, and that's at facebook.com/EIG Solar. You can find us on social media anywhere, and you can find videos on YouTube. But wherever you like to do your research, you'll find us. We'll be there.
Awesome. All right. Number six is how much will I really save on my electricity bills every month?
You'll save 100% because every dollar you're spending now is going nowhere. It's going essentially down the drain. And but when you have solar and when you own it, every dollar that you spend is now going towards an asset, which is yours and you're in control of. And so you'll save 100%. But on a monthly basis, you'll save a decent amount. A lot of times, some people are saving as much as 50%. But these days, we're not so focused on how much money we're saving. We're focused on energy independence because the savings is obvious. But now the benefits that you can have from smart solar are really our focus because smart solar is more than just saving money. It's about safety, it's about independence, and it's about the reliability of the electricity for your home or your business. So we're focused now on smart solar and not just the savings, but we're excited because you can do both.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So number seven, uh, how much will switching to solar energy help my budget better every month?
Well, we discussed in a previous episode how you can use solar savings to pay your mortgage off early. And we showed how a mortgage of 30 years can be cut in half down to 15 years. And it all really starts with the savings that you get from solar energy. So on a budget basis, if you follow financial advice from people such as Dave Ramsey, you'll find that if you can save money in one place and use it and pay off debt or invest it in other areas, in this case, paying your home off early, then it has a tremendous impact on your budget. And that's one of the reasons it's exciting that you can take one of the highest expenses for your household or your business and turn it into an asset that is very useful for the budget.
Awesome. Okay. And so number 8 here is how soon will I notice the difference in my electricity bills after switching to solar energy?
You can see savings immediately when you switch to solar on a monthly basis. And there are incentives available that come back to you, which are very useful in saving even more money. But yes, you'll see savings right away, but you'll also see the safety right away that you get and the freedom that you get from having your own microgrid.
Okay. And I know this one is a most probably answered question and asked question. A lot of people have said this ever since going to solar. Number 9 is, will I qualify for tax credits, rebates, incentives to help lower the actual cost of going solar?
Yes, so the tax incentives, you'll always want to talk to your accountant, your CPA, because they're the experts. But what I could say is that most of our customers are able to utilize the tax credit either immediately, all in the first year, or carried forward later on. But yes, the incentives are useful in that you can automatically have a lower payment with the right financing. And that lower payment, which you pay off later, the tax credit or the incentives that you get, is recognized right away. So there, with the right planning and the right advice from your CPA, you can definitely take advantage of the incentives, and most people are able to do it.
Great. And of course, our last question, number top 10 here. Um, what is the best option for installing the solar panels with my budget? Maybe someone has a bigger budget for a business, maybe someone that just wants to start going solar on their home. What exactly do you guys have different range of projects?
Yeah, so we recommend using what we call the house money. So the house money is in gambling terms using the casino's money, right? Or using finance money. So we recommend that people, when it comes to their budget, consider that there's very great options for funding that are very attractive and flexible that allow you to immediately take advantage of the savings without dipping into your savings. So you can save without dipping into your savings. That's really what it boils down to, and especially now in a time where funding and extra cash is so useful, you would be better served, in my opinion. In most cases, people are taking advantage of the tremendous solar funding options that we have, and this is allowing immediate savings and not tapping into your savings. So that's what I would recommend, regardless of your budget, is that you take a look at the options that we have, the zero down options that we have.
All right. And so, what do you get as like the most top question you think that people ask you, particularly that stick out in your mind? What is like the top question that you're thinking?
Well, there's a lot of questions that historically have been asked, but what we're seeing right now is we're seeing a major shift, a major trend, a major interest in particularly storing energy and being independent from the utility in a time where there may be a power outage or a crisis like this one. So we see reminders. Recently, the silver lining that we have to a moment like right now is that we're considering things like maybe being more prepared. And so the front of mind that I think people are having with solar is, what am I going to do if the power goes out? Will my lights still be on? And how can I be my own utility company? And so that's coming out at the same time that the technology is readily available and very advanced, but only the right combination of technology is going to serve you to do that to the greatest degree. So my response to that question about energy storage is that you need to look at in-phase energy, and you need to do the right technology, a solution that is all in one, a true one-stop shop for your energy needs. Smart solar is what it boils down to. So I say smart solar is what you need. That's what you get from Energy Independence Group. Smart solar.
Got it. Yeah, especially in times like now, these are definitely situations where it would have been perfect to have solar. So, last thing is, of course, where can they find you? Any of the viewers, where can they find you online?
You can find us on eigsolar.com, and you'll always find us on Facebook and social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, all over the place, anywhere you go. We will be. And you'll find us live at facebook.com/EIG Solar almost every day, if not every day, right around 3 o'clock. So we encourage you to always tune in and to share and like and comment and join us because the revolution in energy is here.
Awesome. Thank you very much for again today, and we'll get back to you tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. You guys have a good one. Be safe.